Hey guys, welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be painting a lovely flower, and while I do that I'm going to be talking to you about how I started drawing and painting and how I started doing art, and I'm going to talk to you about some advice if you want to start doing art as well. So sit back and relax and let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to be talking to you about is about how I actually started doing art. So a lot of people think you just think one day, you just sit down and you think, oh, I want to be an artist, so I'm going to draw, so I'm going to paint. But it's really not like that. It's actually really different from that. What actually happens, what actually happened to me is that I actually gradually got closer and closer to drawing and painting, and I actually seen like videos and stuff that inspired me. Like for example, I was really into like drawing chibi drawings, if you get what I mean. They're like little cute characters, and that's like the first thing I started drawing. And this was quite a while ago. This is since like I was 4 to 7, and I started drawing them, and I wanted to like, you know, be an artist when I grow up, which is not my plan. I just want to draw as a hobby, like a really strong hobby, kind of like more as a passion. So yeah, I started following like tutorials, step-by-step tutorials on how to draw chibi Deadpool and chibi Spider-Man, chibi, I don't know, Cinderella. So I did that for like 3 years until I turned 8 years old. And this is, by the way, I didn't think to change. I just, you know, gradually changed my art style. And then I started drawing like creepy stuff, because I was like, I know it might sound weird, I'm 8 years old and I draw creepy stuff. Probably sounds like from a horror movie, but I was really into like horror movies and creepy books and creepy pastas and all that stuff. And everyone thought in my family that I was a demonic child at that point. And I was just there drawing creepy stuff, having my time of my life. After I got out of that phase, I was like 9 at that point. I got out creepy drawing phases. And I did carry on when I was like 10 a bit. And I'm currently 11 years old, but I know it might sound weird that I stopped recently. The reason why I started drawing creepy stuff is because, you know, everyone think it's creepy and it's quite weird. But if that's your hobby, then carry on. I'm not trying to offend anyone here, but yeah. So I stopped at like 9, 10ish, and then you know, when I got out of that phase, around like when I was 10, like on my like around July-ish, I started want to draw like, you know, realistically, more like, you know, an artist would. And this is like in 2019, so I started getting out sketchbooks, pencils, you know, all that stuff that I can find around my house, and all my stationery, art supplies that I had, and I started making art with the most supplies I could. And at that point I started taking it a bit seriously, and of course my drawings back then wasn't, you know, like how it is now, because I didn't really go out shopping for supplies. I just, you know, used what I had. And around 2020, I mean, like, of course, in the meantime, like in 2019, like halfway through, I started drawing a bit more realistically, like more like an artist would, like I just said. And when 2020 came, I started, like, you know, I wanted to make a platform where I can show all my art, and I decided to go on TikTok, and this is where I started like my art life, if you get what I mean. And yeah, I made a TikTok account, and I made like drawings, and like I posted them on there. I still have that account. I post on it like, you know, not that frequently, but like I just post on it to show my art. But yeah, and I'll show you a picture of my first ever drawing I posted on my TikTok. And that was my first ever drawing I posted on my TikTok, and you know, as you can see, it's pretty bad. And I actually shown this drawing in one of my videos. It was my old sketchbook tour video. So yeah, that's when I started drawing realistically, and you know, that wasn't that realistic, of course, because you know, I only started. And I was into markers back then, and you know, like, I wasn't the best at it, so I changed to a new medium, and that was when I found out what coloured pencils were. And I was so happy. There was so many tutorials on TikTok and YouTube on how to use coloured pencils, and I was like, oh my god, yay, I'm gonna be an artist, yay. And now I look back at my artwork, like my old one, and wow. And when I was in that coloured pencil phase, like when I was starting off coloured pencil phase, I drew this mango, and I absolutely thought it was stunning. I'll put up a picture right now. Yeah, pretty bad that, but yeah, I thought that was great, and I'm happy I thought it was great, because you know, the only way to get through your stages of being an artist is to have confidence and belief. And there's an advice there to you know, to achieve your dreams, you're gonna need confidence and you know, belief. Otherwise, without that, there's no point, because if you have no belief, what's the point doing it? So after I, like, you know, I took some time drawing, and as my skill improved, I was drawing fruits at that time, you know, like mangoes, strawberries, all that, all those kind of fruits that, you know, that has simple features to it, so I can easily draw and practice with. I started drawing those in that time, but after I did that and I improved, a lot of people gave me requests on what to draw, and now this trend is on like drawing lips, and you draw like designed lips. Like, for example, I'll show you an example of what I mean. And people kept on telling me in the comment sections of my videos to draw this lip, to draw that one, to draw this one. And I did, and here's one of my lip drawings. And yeah, you know, it's pretty bad, but at that point I improved more and more, and my skills developed, so I got into drawing more complex things, and those were the lips. And yeah, that's after that phase. Oh my god, there's so many phases, aren't there? But after that phase, I started drawing animals with coloured pencils. Now, this is when I loved, like, coloured pencils. I was like, yes, this is it. This is the one. And I started drawing animals, and I'll show you a picture of the first ever animal I drew, which was a dog. And it was actually really bad. I didn't like it at the point as well, and now I hate it even more. And then I kept on practicing, and I drew pretty good stuff actually. I drew this dog, and I really loved it. I absolutely loved it at that point, and I still do, but not as much as I did back then. But it wasn't that long ago actually. This is when I was still 11 at that point when I drew that. But yeah, so I kept on drawing animals, and until I found heartbreaking news that I can't draw any living things, which is obviously includes animals. But that's tuned in for another video. That's a whole different video to explain about. But at that point I was just stressed. I was just like, there's no point of me drawing. Like, I can go back to drawing fruits and, you know, objects, but then like, obviously it's not my passion anymore, so what's the point doing art if it's not my passion and my hobby? And then that's when I found painting. I was like, oh wait, I can also try out different mediums and different art styles. So then I bought some paints, acrylic paints, brushes, all that stuff, and then that's where I am up to date today. And that's how I got into painting, and that's how my art like my art life processed. And this is like one of my, like, this is not like, I'm not a fully, you know, professional or like amateur at painting yet. I just started off like not long ago. But yeah, that's why I started doing acrylic painting. And now, like, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I like painting. I like, you know, doing this type of art now. I'm happy with it. And, you know, as time passes on, I might change. I don't know. No one knows really, but, you know, my art style might change. The sort of stuff I use might change. But that's natural. It's nothing to be sad about. You know, art is art. There's no rules to it. So that's basically it. That's how my art life built up, and that's how I am to like how I am today. That was quite a lot to speak about. That was a lot to say. But now I'm going to tell you some advice if you're starting off as a new artist. And yeah, here's some advice and tips and tricks that work for me and that might work for you. So the first one is to stay positive and, you know, to stay, like, have belief in yourself so you can actually make through what you want to go, because without belief, you know, you won't have anything. The second one is do not listen to haters. They will just make you sad, because really they're either just jealous or they have something wrong with their life and they're just taking it out on you. And just don't listen to them. They won't understand. And the most important one is to keep practicing. You're gonna go through stress, you're gonna go through ups and downs, but trust me, it's like you're going through a bridge and then you're coming out the bridge, which is the success. So literally just keep on practicing and it will work. Anything, it's with anything. If you practice, you can make it work. Seriously, just practice and practice and practice. That's all you need. So yeah, believe in yourself, you know, then you can go through what you want. Practice, just practice and practice. And don't listen to haters, because they will put you down and then they'll just make you feel like nothing and they'll make you give up. But seriously, they will get nowhere in life if you just carry on. You do what you want, and art is art. No rules to art. Experiment each day and, you know, just do you. So that's basically all the important things I want to say in this video, and I hope it helped you out. But now I just want to talk a little bit about my artwork. And this artwork is actually inspired by several people. There's not one specific person that it's inspired by, and it's the style that I'm going for is more like a cool, let your mind do what it says, and just put it on a canvas. It's let yourself free. And I'm doing this style of painting because like recently I have been doing some like precise stuff with my art, but now I just want to let myself go, and I just want to let myself, like, you know, be free. And of course, like every piece, there's up and down sides of the art. And the upside of this art is I love the like freeness in it. I love like how, you know, the style in it. But the downside is that it's actually not the art itself, is the material. I'm running out of white paint, so I could have added more white to it to make it pop out a bit more, but I'm running out, which is sad. And plus acrylic paint dries within like a minute on your palette if you don't use it. But yeah, that's basically the ups and downsides of this painting. Also, I want to mention, thank you so much for subscribing to me. I'm nearly on 40 subscribers, which is like, I jumped like really quick. I know, like, I really appreciate it, but I know like it took quite a while to like you know, to gain my subscribers, but I jumped like quicker than I expected. That's what I meant to say. But like, thank you so much for all of you guys. But yeah. So now I'm just adding some spice to my painting. I decided to add some drips so it, you know, gives a bit of oomph to it, to let the freeness a bit more, you know, free. But that's basically it for my painting. It's all done. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And remember to stay safe and have a good day. Anyways, bye.